Headless is an amazing blogging platform. I've used it for a long time for writing my blog content. So for instance, I'm on Hashnode now and I'm in the normal feed, and I've written a blog post a couple of hours ago and I can see it's in the top of the feed. And then as I scroll down, I can see other content, I can interact with them. So it's good from a community aspect. But then also if I went to edit this post, so here's a page where that post is, where I can edit it. It's got a really nice editor, so you can put an image in, put your text in, and it's all written in Markdown, and it's got built-in AI integration. So I click up here and I can, a few different AI integrations. So if I wanted to improve or generate a conclusion, I can click on there, and the AI aspect is free for all users, so I can go in and I can use that AI integrations. So it's really cool. And when you're viewing it on the front end, it looks similar to this. So this is my partner's blog, and she uses Hashnode for both the back end and the front end. And you've got some control over the design. There's a couple of different templates and a couple of designs that you can use, but you haven't got a lot of control over it. But with the headless mode, which you can turn on within Hashnode, so if I go into my site and go into my blog and go to dashboard, and go under advanced, I've already turned it on, but we have enabled headless mode, and with that ticked, what you can then do is point it to another domain or a subdomain. So in my case, I'm using it for my main site, so I've just put dcblogging.dev in there. So every time I write a new article, it automatically appears on my website. And the reason it does that is because I'm using the APIs to pull in all the information into my site, and that way I've got complete control. So I've done that for my main website itself. So this is fully powered by the APIs from Headless Mode, which is really handy. So all my posts are coming through. My About page, that is coming from the page section of Hashnode. So it's fully editable within Hashnode, and the design comes through from my own Laravel application. So this led me thinking, well, those people might want to do something similar to this, where they have the site fully powered by Hashnode, but then have full control over it. So what I'm doing is I built a website called Headless Frontend, and these are a series of Laravel templates that uses the Headless API. So eventually there'll be more services that I'll add to the site, but for now it concentrates on just the Hashnode system. So if we go into the Hashnode category, it's basically got a snapshot of different features that it offers, and then there's the 6 different templates that are currently available. So you can go to any of these templates and gives you a quick preview, image of it, and click preview, and it'll go to a fully working Laravel page of showing that in action. So you can buy it as well if you want to use it, and there's a bit of description underneath it. But in this video, what I want to show you is just the reason why I'm using this and kind of what it actually gives you. So here's one of the templates I've got locally, and it just points to my Hashnode blog at the moment. So this is pulls in the author name, which in my case David Carr, pulls in a number of followers, which links back to Hashnode. This intro text is coming from Hashnode. This article, this newsletter subscription is powered by Hashnode. This is actually a Laravel component that I've built, but behind the scenes it actually uses Hashnode's API to link through to and add subscribers in, and pulls in all my posts, and within posts I can get all the different tags, or the categories of them, the actual posts themselves. So if I clicked on testing, this will show me all posts that's got the testing tag with that on there, so I can see all the posts that are in this page. Likewise, the About page, again, that's coming from Hashnode itself, and the blog just takes me back to the main page itself, but the actual DC blog element is actually coming from the Hashnode site. So if I go up to general, so that this can come bringing through my publication name, the About text, all my social links, they're all coming through at the side here. So these are only used on links that have actually been filled in. So there's more links available. So your website, because I'm using my custom domain, there's no point me filling that in. I don't have a Mastodon profile that I want to advertise, so I'm not filling that in. So any of these that are filled in are automatically brought through. And we've got the articles, which are the main pages themselves, or your main posts. And you've got series, which are essentially like categories. So you create categories of different areas and add posts within those. And you've got regular pages as well. And So they all come together, and then there's also a nav bar where you can add all your pages, and this nav bar is what's getting pulled in into this top section up here. So this blog is actually just hard coded, and just because I kind of like to have a page that takes you back as opposed to just the logo itself. But then we've got this about page as well. So if I come through to here and add an item, and I'm just going to link to an existing page, so I've only got one additional page that's not been used called demo, so I'll add that in, save this page, excuse me, then come back to this page and I'll refresh, and because it's using the API, it automatically pulls in that page, and I click onto it and I can see the content of that page, and that way I don't need to touch this site itself, it all just kind of works. So if I jump into the code base, the way this actually works is it's a lot of installation, and the only thing we actually need is in the environment file, we need to put in a Hashnode host element and say which blog post do we want to point it to. So that's currently pointing to my own blog, but if I was to change that to go to a different blog, when I come back to this page, this will automatically refresh all the content, and this now pulls in from this other blog. And what's really good about this is it updates the page title, the application name itself, the fav icon gets pulled through, the navigation icon gets pulled through, the icons that I use is all pulled through. And basically everything on here is all managed from Hashnode, but it's got a custom front end to it. So if I just go and put it back onto my own site again, this all gets managed through Hashnode itself, and it's just that easy to manage everything. And if I look at the page source code, I can see right the canonical URL is getting pulled through. That's set by Hashnode itself. We've got a local CSS file just for managing the design itself, but like the actual fav icon is actually getting pulled through from Hashnode. So the way this all works is inside a service provider is I've got this integration with Hashnode set up, and what I'm doing is I've got a few global variables that I'm passing through to the layout file. So I've got like the fav icon coming through, the application name, the canonical URL, and all the social media links as well, and also the navbar items. But then I've also got regular controllers for loading the blog posts. So rather than loading from a database, I'm essentially just pulling it in through Hashnode itself. So you can get all the blog posts, and you got the pagination information coming through. Same with tags, and the show page is so you can see an individual blog post. So this is all done out of the box for you. So when you buy one of these templates, you get this system, and then the front end you've got your layout file, and that's where you've got your application name comes through. But because we're using Hashnode, we can refer to the traditional config app name, and it will pull everything through from the application name itself. And we're going to loop over the navbar items, and we're just going to check to see, is the type, is it a page or is it a series? And if it is, then we just change the URL slightly, and then we just output just a normal page link. So that does the navigation. We've got the social media links, and we're basically saying if this has been set up, then display those posts. And we've got like a mobile menu for it, and we've got the main content itself. So the actual, I've categorized this into things that make more sense. So I've got a blog folder, and in the index file is where you will see this page. So you've got the initial focus section here, which is this kind of block, which you can change as you need to. And then we have a post page. And in this post page it loops through each individual post and displays them on. So if you decided, actually I don't want these images here for whatever reason, I can get rid of those, refresh this page, and it will then update the page, and it will have them there anymore. So you can really customize this yourself and just add things that you want or remove things that you don't want, which are really handy to have in place. And then when you go into the content itself, you've got a cover image, but again, you can remove that if you don't want it there. You've got the tags, we've got a table of contents that's automatically generated. And we've got code highlighting, and this is all, again, fully powered by Hashnode, and we've got the comment system, and if we go to add a comment, it will take them through to that article on Hashnode, where I could then go and add a comment through. And if I was to add a comment in, it would then show through here. So if I go back to one of my other posts where it's got a comment on, and if I go to the bottom page, so it's got one comment, and then when I click through to it, it can then show that the activity of those comments back on the Hashnode. So you can see it fully integrates with Hashnode, so you kind of get the best of both worlds, where you can use Hashnode as a back-end system, and then you can use this on your own blog, but then you're not restricted in any shape or form, that you can really customize this. So again, if I go back to my own site, I have got the about page is coming through Hashnode, and the demo's now coming through, which I'll remove. But we've got these 3 pages, which are nothing to do with Hashnode. These are just pages that are part of my site, and they work with in the traditional Laravel sense. So that way you can really mix and match of your content. So for the coming months, I will be adding more templates to the site, because at the moment it's powering through the Hashnode information, and these are the 6 templates that you can get available. So you can buy them individually, or you can buy the whole lot for $99, and then you get access to all these and all future templates that I add, and then I'll be adding other headless systems in the future as well.